All right, folks, let me know if you can hear me okay. Just going to let some people come in. And, this one was an impromptu, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just getting quickly settled. All right, while we're waiting for some to come in, hey, Gerald North, Billy Senga, Shrinking Sharon, nice to see you. Rich Felix, Brandon, Shrinking Sharon. I thought I did this before. All right, where are we? There we go. Rich, Felix, Brandon, Patricia, nice to see you. Honey B, Dave James, and there we go. D Rupp, C-Lo's Patty D, Jeff Money 24. How's it going? As I said, let's wait for some people to come on in. I'm just gonna sip some water. All right, back out of here. Hey, Jason, K Buck, Bama fan. Milton, nice to see you. Totally Techno Tim. That's a mouthful. That's like Tim the Two-Man Taylor, right? Big T, I'm doing good. How about you? C-Los, Guy on the Couch. I haven't seen that one before. All right, let's just wait for some people to come in. I just want to give people a chance to jump in with us. DSD Hammer. All right, all right, all right. Hey, Kenneth. Do I have it in here? All right, what do we got here? I am going to want to put this out there. If anybody wants to jump in, they can, with the understanding that you follow the rules, be kind, rewind. What we're talking about today is I am getting tired of seeing YouTube personalities putting out videos that say that Cody 18 is out, and I have Cody 18 either in my file linked or on my store, on my website, and some are even saying that I don't put anything but full applications out. But Cody is only in RC4, which is release candidate 4, and they're still pumping out the videos saying, "Oh, time to update now, get 18 now." It's like, come on, man. We talk about these things that piss people off about clickbait and misinformation. Well, this kind of falls in between both of those because it's not total misinformation, as in a lie, and the clickbait is prevalent because people are clicking on it to watch the video when they're talking about, like, oh, let's put 18 on, and that's how easy it is to put 18 on. But nobody tends to talk about how 18 is going to affect or be affected by the type of device that you have. Example is I've done like even on the T9 box, which is a rock chip, 8332, I think it is, or 822, no, 8238 chipset on it, and I went to go put Kodi 18, and it just shit the bed, and I had to use 64-bit Kodi 17.6. So we're just getting to the point where you just come on. I'm just getting sick and tired of seeing these people just to push out videos saying it's time to update to Kodi 18 when it's not time to update yet. If you feel you want to put it on there, and knowing that there could be a RC5, RC6, or a full release. But in between that, there could be some changes that you may need to do a full install, or if it's running on par, you just do an update, and everything is fine. And then the battle begins about having the builds and everything that's going to run 18 coding. That's right. That we've been waiting on Kodi 18 for an entire year, and so my thought process is I'd really like to know what they plan on doing, as in Kodi, the developers, is once 18 is released in 2019, are they going to rush to put out a 19? They don't really tell us very much. And I'm actually, while we're waiting for more people to come in and we're talking, and like I said, I put out the link there if anybody wants to join in. I am going to. I'm going to pull up the Kodi website so I can pull it up and we can talk about it. Where is the news? The news. All right. And I'm pretty sure I'm hitting people up while they're still at work. But like I said, here's the Hangouts link. If somebody wants to jump in and join me on the panel, you are very welcome. We're just chopping it up about information that I keep seeing on some YouTube channels, and I see on just out there in general, some advising that it's time to update or upgrade or whatever the terminology they want to use from your 17.6 to Kodi 18. And some are even saying, like, this is how you can get Kodi 18 the full release. It's not the full release. I'm sorry, apps to fire. Hey, buddy. I know you, Omar. What's going on with the new APK from Gears Reloaded? I don't have a fucking clue. I don't deal with Gears, have anything to do with it, don't even use the product. I'm sorry. Billy Senga. Yep. Has anyone heard about the Sony Smart TVs blocking or not allowing Kodi? What they have done so far um, is they're actually blocking the install pack ID. So what some have done is gone in and changed the ID. So like example is on your box or on a shield or on things like that. If you go into your settings and then you go to the apps and then you actually scroll and you highlight one of the apps or click on it, and at the top, like example on the shield at the top, it'll say something like com dot um, Kodi dot whatever they're using. Well, that's the install packet ID. So some have gone in and just changed that, and they can install it on the smart TVs. So it's I don't have a smart TV. Actually, yes, I do. but not with an Android based system. Mine's a Samsung, so it's a Samsung uh, uh, OS on there, so I can't put Kodi on my smart TV. Oh, apps to fire? No, no worries. Yeah, it's to tell you the honest truth. I used to I used to be a reseller of Gears and I enjoyed the product. And just like anybody else, when there's a lot of changes that are coming, the way that things are being encoded, server prices, skyrocketing, more people getting into either rebranding or getting into IPTV services themselves, that they are finding that their server load is being quite high and also trying to be on par with everybody else, as in resolution and able to take up the least amount of bandwidth with the most amount of HD things like that. So it's another one. It was I really enjoyed Gears TV, but like I said, it's I'm no longer with them, so just give me a second. I got somebody that was messaging me. Uh, who's this? Okay, hey, when somebody goes to email me and I don't have a clue who it is until I go to the email, because maybe. Let's see what we got here. Is that's not it. Wow, my it's kind of funny that my system just kicked out my Chrome. Actually, totally kicked it out. All right. I'm just looking up something, my friends. Just give me 1 second. All right. I lost myself. Where, where, dang it. I lost where my camera is. I've opened up too many things. Where's my Hangouts? There it is. I found myself. Oh, I got to update my file link too. If people are wondering that, I'm going to be taking some apps out that I'm not pleased with, and I'm not going to promote them. But I got updates because some updates came out. But I've been sick for the last couple days. First day back at work, and thought I'd jump on here because, like I said, I'm seeing a few YouTube, I guess, personalities, YouTube channels that deal with um, in regards to saying Cody 18 is in final release when it's not. It's in a release candidate for right off the Cody site. The Cody site, which will show shortly. It does not say obviously when the full release is coming out. That it says, that we just wanted to push a small update, but they're hoping to get it out soon, but they don't want to rush it. And then that being said, a lot of people don't know to look on there, so they depend on people like us or myself or other people, other YouTube channels to say, um, that now it's time, or you'll get an automatic update. So some people got the misconception that 18 was in full release when uh, when they're on what do you call it? Not Facebook. I'm sorry. The Google Play Store. and you did that little check mark to be one of like the beta testers. So when Kodi itself was in beta and in RC status, that was pushed to the Play Store. And if you click that you want to be, a pre-tester or want to be a beta tester, that your 17.6 updated. So you had to uninstall it, put 17.6 back on there. Um, and it's I just get a little frustrated when I'm seeing some bigger YouTube personalities give advice for saying to update now, and then saying things like, "Hey, I don't store this. I don't put anything but real full final release APKs or full APKs on my file length or my web store or things like that." But okay, Kodi 18 is not full yet, so um, right now, there is not a lot of problems that they're having with 18 in RC4. So if people want to do that, but you need to be aware it is if something is found that they need to update or upgrade in a release candidate to the next candidate or to full release that may not update, you may have to install a full install, which is not hard. It's for me to do a Kodi install, it takes me 40 seconds, download, install, finished, and then if I want to install my build on there, that takes another couple minutes. So it doesn't take very long. It just gets frustrating to some if you've been using the nightlies and that. And I saw somebody out here that they're using um, like a fork of it with the nightlies. I wouldn't even waste my time with the nightlies whatsoever. The nightlies are what they are going to, or what they do when they have any small incremental updates that are pushed once again nightly, and sometimes that could really fork your system. So, and and I don't want people to get it misunderstanding. Is I'm not saying 18 is not a good Kodi or working for you well right now. It may continue to work very well and may update with no problems. My issue is about the misinformation of some YouTubers saying to update now, and then you get somebody videos saying, "Well, don't update now," or "Be right around the corner," or things like that. And how in the hell are they going to know that when even on the Kodi website itself, it doesn't say it's not being released yet?
Hey,
Uh,
hey.
hey, zombie, what's up?
Oh man, yeah, I feel you, man, with those freaking updates for Cody, man. I think I'm a Cody beta tester because damn, they force the update on you when you don't want the update. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's when you signed up on there. And Scott Smith, 18 RC5 has not been released. RC5, that's a nightly. So you're just using a nightly version. The actual release of RC is only in 4. So again, it's working for you, great. But all it's going to take is for them to update one little thing and pooch your hole. I would never use a nightly. If people are just wanting to jump on the train and because it's the next number on there, never use a nightly ever.
And to, and to tell you the truth, what I was saying in a chat earlier, I think it still has some bugs they need to work out on, to fix up. Because I still think it's still a little buggy, to my opinion.
Yeah, they do have a few things on there that they were fixing, and some of the stuff that they were working on was their DRM and things like that. But again, you can find all this information um, off their website, like that.
Hmm.
And if those who like to use the nightlies, or like I'm just stating my opinion about, I would never use it. But if people want to use that or they want to play with it and test it and experiment it, absolutely. Because you know what? It's automatically giving feedback to Cody. So they're
And
realizing.
And just another heads up, I don't know if you know this or not, but for people with NVIDIA Shields like I have, when you install Kodi 18 update and reinstall the 17.6, and a few days later, when you say if you turn off your shield or something like that, they force you to do the update again. They just force you to do the update. I'm not BSing you.
Yeah, see, because I run 17.6 on my shield, and I won't go like Modib said. I might wait till 18.1. So yeah, it took to 17.6 to get 17 right. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have time or if you want to, Tangent. If you want to jump on, feel free. If not, it's totally up to you. Anybody else too, you're welcome to jump in. We just have the rules that we follow.
Yeah, I see you doing good on your channel there, Jugs. Good job, buddy. You're almost caught up to me on your subscribers.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
you almost caught up to me.
it's getting there bit by bit. Whatever, we'll make a
Yeah.
donation. Oh yeah, secret agent.
Hey,
What's that?
it takes time, man. It takes time.
Yeah, we did a lot of changes, like on my channel. Like I said, I pulled a lot of all my videos off and started going through them and like set them all to private and then putting them back to public one by one that I know that aren't doing any community guideline strikes or copyright
Oh
strikes.
yeah, be careful with that, man. You don't want your channel taking down like a few other people just did not too long ago. You do not. Oh man, people are getting pissed off with it. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
With
Um,
Mr. On Demand just lost his channel. Like, holy crap. I was gonna go watch some of his videos and then all of a sudden I couldn't find his channel. Like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden it says his channel's been removed or taken down, and I'm like, God damn, what a fucking shame. Wow.
so did his get fully taken down? Because I know he jumped on.
Yeah,
I know he
because
jumped.
you can't.
Sorry.
Because if you look up his name and you try to subscribe to the poor guy's channel, it won't let you. Like the link is there, but it just won't let you subscribe to his channel. Like, wow, poor guy. I feel sorry for the guy. You know what I mean? He was doing so well too.
Yeah, let's just see here. What do we have? Let's see. Yep, this cat. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
See, because I know that he had. It says this account has been terminated because we received multiple
yeah.
third-party claims, but he was fighting to keep it. He jumped on I don't know if it was Super Dells or Bose the other night and kind of got in trouble for it. And but he was saying that his channel isn't dead and stuff like that. And you know what? I,
Wow.
I'm the first one to say that I always say that not everybody gets along, things like that. But when people's channels are getting taken down, then it's it's a fighting battle because you look at someone example, you look at Mr. On Demand directly. You look at his where he was almost at 30,000 subscribers, and his
Yeah,
channel
no
grows.
kidding.
It grows fast. While he's not growing that fast again on his new channel, you have to start from scratch. You know.
Yeah, and that's sad, you know. Like the guy worked hard to get those subscribers, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
it takes time, you know, like holy shit, just like UK Cody won. Or yeah, that no Cody no limits. Cody no limits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, and
Wow.
same thing with Machenga. Machenga got um, notifications and that, and she actually just came out with a video recently, but the video has
Hmm.
nothing to do with Cody. I forgot whatever we
Yeah.
got. Yeah, what did she call it? Because like it's crazy. And I did. I
Yeah. YouTube is frowning down on lots of stuff, man, especially Cody.
Yep, and YouTube. I mean, YouTube come January 31st has removed the ability to automatically like share your videos or your posts or things like that with Google Plus or Twitter or things like that. They
Wow.
yeah, big notification came out to YouTubers, and I see it.
Yep.
Oh, where do we see?
And
It's Legacy sick as a dog.
yep.
Well, Legacy, if you want to jump in, feel free.
Well, let's just hope Mr. On Demand makes a good comeback, you know, with his new channel, and hopefully he grows it good, you know, and gets all his subscribers back that he lost from his old channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be
I
some
just
work. It'll be some work for him and
yeah,
stuff like that. But there's it's a lot of changes. Things like that. Like the same thing with Cody No Limits and anybody else. But
Yeah.
Cody No Limits started another channel, got shut down again. You know,
Wow.
what people need to learn is once, no matter who it is, regardless who the channel is, if they get back into it, is not producing the same type of content that got you into
Yeah,
trouble in the
exactly.
first place. But
Exactly.
the only problem is YouTube. What they do is you are guilty until you prove yourself innocent. That's what it is.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's right. And Honeybee, YouTube wants the streaming market to themselves. Yep, for YouTube TV. The only problem is um, their YouTube TV and their Red Zone or Red YouTube Red or whatever things like that is
Yeah, YouTube
it,
Red.
yeah that's they have some packages with live content, but there's not a lot of non Netflix type. So I mean, like people who have that, they can. We couldn't get it up in Canada. I don't know if that's changed. It wasn't available in Canada yet. Hey,
Yeah, I remember that
what's up, Joe
because
King?
I'm a Canadian boy too.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but you know, but oh well, that's what we do. That's what we do. So yeah,
Yep. Thank
that's
God
what.
I just. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
Oh,
that's why I was
I
saying.
was sorry, man. No, you go ahead. You go ahead. It's your channel. You go ahead.
I well, we have new people who are coming in, so I wanted people just to know that we're just chopping it up, shooting the shit about. Uh, Seeing a few YouTube channels saying that it's time to upgrade to Cody 18 and that when it's not. Well, no, don't get me wrong. It is if you want to right now, but it's not in full release. And just like some people, oh, Trooper, what's up, Troop?
Going on?
Oh no, not Trooper.
Oh shit, we got the sausage over here.
Hey, that's all you, man. That's all you. You're the sausage king.
Yeah,
You
I'm sorry.
fucking sausage king. Hey, buddy.
So if there are some people that haven't seen or and other ones, I'm going to comment it on too, so it gets actually what do you call it, solidified with my channel and things like that. If anybody, if you're on my panel, just like anybody else, I give you open to promote yourself, your channel, or anything that you develop. If you are in my chat, whether you are a subscriber, a watcher, or a moderator, or anything like that, you do not, and I will say it again, do not have permission to promote other people's channels. I don't care whose they are. I don't care if it's Bo's. I don't care if it's Steve's. I don't care if it's Dell's or anything like that. If you want to say like, hey, I'll see people over there when we start talking about it, but I don't want to see like, oh, this person's going live tonight, this person's going live, or things like that. If those people want to promote, then I will talk about it, and then it kind of leaves it open. But anything that on the side,
Exactly.
the reason that I'm clamping down on that is because it gets to be a little bit disrespectful of the work that I'm putting into my channel, and it'd be disrespectful if I did that on someone else's channel. But again,
Exactly.
again, if you're on the panel, feel free, you know. And hey, DJ, yep, it's just I just don't want to. I want to stay ahead of the game on that, so we're not getting in any drama and things like that. Because as people have seen, my channel is pretty drama free, and I want to keep it that way. And it's never going to stay that way. The only drama that I did is the stuff that I caused, and I manned up to that when I had my disagreement with Fanrific, I did videos about it. But as for people promoting, it just if one person does, it's like a domino, and just things like that. And I'd hate to read chat where people are saying, "Oh, this person's going live at this time and go there," and things like that. When we
Yeah,
can,
because then you got to remove the comment and shit.
yeah. And then if people, but if you ask, hey, don't feel free to ask. Say, hey, Jug, do you know if this person's going on tonight? And then I'll put it out there and somebody can answer. You know what I mean? Let's have some remnants of control and things like that. It just makes for a more enjoyable stream because right now, like I said, I'm chopping it up or I'm bitching about other YouTubers and me being just a little guy where I'm barely 1,800. I think I'm just below 1,800 subscribers. and I'm blessed to have
Yeah,
Sim.
you're almost catching up to me.
Yeah, and I'm what you call it? I am blessed to have 78 viewers in here. I did top 100 before, but there's people um, with a lot more clout or a lot more following that people hang on their every word, giving some not. I don't want to blast out and say that they're misleading. It's just that there are some people that don't go onto the Cody website. And before we carry that, I want people to realize you can go. You know what? Let's just see. Like right here. Let's flip it over on this one. Put my crap out of the way. So if you want to go, and as you can see, you can go right to the Cody.tv and you can click on the news and you can see what the developers, are saying about when it's going to be released. Of course, you should still keep in mind it's not a final release yet, and that on any upgrade, a small glitch could happen as we're still doing rework. Now, this is kind of vague, and it's always said when they do things like that. But here's what the changes are for for RC4. Um, so that people you can learn that, you can see when it's coming, when they're going to do that. You could also go to the download section in here, and when you choose your weapon, like a lot of us are going to be using Android, and a lot of people will go into the pre-release. And as you can see, the pre-release is in RC4, or you can go into the nightlies. Now, the nightlies, I believe, may be in RC5 if they're labeling their nightlies. But this is something that I tend to stay away from, is because they're constantly doing any bug fixes or any changes, and it could be anything. It could be a change to an icon. It could be a change to a code in XML. It could be a slight change that doesn't affect anything, but it's still a change. So we need to be aware of that. So like that. I just want to make sure people can see my hangouts, and then your nightlies. It doesn't say like that. And the recommended from Cody itself is still 17.6. Of course, you can get in the pre-release and you can be messing around with RC4, and a lot of people who are using it right now is saying that that's pretty stable for them. But when I went into 18 and I went to go make the changes I want to make, it crashed my shield. So it's not stable for me at all. But it's personal preference. If you want to play with it, feel free. But I just see too many people, jump on and say, I'm having problems with this, or I can't install this, or hey, we use you just what do you call it? I went to go install your build, and my build example is the Juggernaut build, or they went to go put on Titanium from the Supreme Builds group. Both of our builds are on there, and I'm getting a black screen. That's because it's not ported over to 18. Until 18 is in full release, I'm not even considering doing anything for it. Like I like not considering. I guess considering further development on my Cody 18 build. Yep. So let's answer a few questions on here. Hey, Jug, can we promote Trooper as the ultimate moderator? He is the ultimate moderator. Trooper is a pillar of the community. I'll tell you right now, I have my own mind. I make my own decisions, but I take advice from Trooper. If he tells me something, it's solid, and a lot of us do it. So he has earned the respect of people who came before me and the people who be after me. So yeah, he is the ultimate. I wish there was something.
And I learned my modding stuff from Trooper, son of a bitch. Trooper taught me how to mod.
Android APKs. Hey, Juggernaut, can I ask you a question that I've been trying to get answered? Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, you know what? Let's see. Why did the chicken?
Seriously? You're typing that up?
I'm going to see it too again. Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Seriously, you're typing that up?
Yeah, I just wanted to see, I just wanted to see if there were some funny replies to get away from Colonel Sanders. That's why. Colonel Sanders was chasing it down. Holy smokes! And actually, there's way too many. There's politically correct jokes for why did the chicken cross the road. Then there's some that are off the wall. Now we'll leave it like that. Let's
Oh,
see.
did you guys get your shield update?
Yep, the 7.22.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just got mine too not too long ago.
Yeah, I did that. I'll stay on 17.46 for a while. Decided to try the Xenon build. The 18 version one, the fork they have works pretty decent. Yeah, I don't mind. It's besides the biggest pet peeve that I have being a builder is when I see a lot of people that are in the Supreme Builds group where I'm an admin is I see a lot saying, "Hey, I'm using this build over the Supreme Builds build or things like that." And I went and looked at the build, and they are using Gen template and Exodus template add-ons just with different names. So example is when you're using something like placenta, which if you're still in the loop still works, and then you decide that you want to try Yoda, both gens. You turn around and you want to get into like an Exodus redo, of course, that's an Exodus build or an Exodus add-on. But people have different names for Loki, fried egg, or smile egg, or something, whatever like that. Just because, and people are like, "Oh, this works better for me." Okay, well, it's the same template, and sometimes, very rarely, if they're using their own scrapers, then it's going to operate differently. Other than that, they're using the universal scrapers that follow suit with their title, universal. So
all they are is just clones of clones of clones.
yep,
The Clone Wars.
exactly. Urban Kings. Urban Kings wants to promote his midget wrestling company.
Oh
Zombie
God, there we go.
Zombie is the world GOAT lightweight champion.
Fuck you, Urban. Smart ass. You gotta love Urban though. He's a funny guy at times.
Yep, it's bad scavs. Is the APK installer up to date in the SB Wizard? There is nothing to update in there. The APKs themselves inside the wizard, some of them are and some aren't. I am hoping to convince Lee, and just to backtrack for a second, somebody asked like where has he been? Is Lee is banned from doing any live streams until February because he got a copyright strike for one of his live shows from a year and a half ago that showed seconds of Sky TV content. So he's right now he's just biding his time, and he's always welcome to come on my shows. But he also works some hefty hours, so it's hard for him to jump on. So he does put out some videos. There is a lot out there. Now back to the APK installer. There are some APKs on there that need to be updated, but I want to go through it. To tell you the truth, I want to strip all the APKs that don't have to do with IPTV service. Anything else? I would like us to have our own Filelinked store or our own web portal that has APKs on there. You know, it just has them just like Rojas does with theirs, that they have a website. Mr. On Demand did the same thing with, you know, wasn't in the file linked. It was just another way to store them and things like that. So I'm hoping that we can do that too, because it just makes it easier to update. Like my example, I was sick for a couple of days. Hey, we were just talking about Rojas. Look at that. His dimples are his dimples were must
Rojas.
there. Rojas, if you want to jump in, there is the link for you. Yeah. I mean, what updating the wizard to have to update? What about updating the wizard to have up to date content? The wizard if you're talking about the wizard in Supreme Builds, the wizard is up to date. Works fine. That's 3.07. There's nothing to update in the wizard. Yeah, the wizard is actually what pulls the APK installer section and things like that. But I have to physically, or we do, have to physically go in and either point to live links or have them stored on our server and point to that server. You know, things like that. It's like saving add-on date jug.
Hey, Jugs, I gotta
Yep.
disappear for a few minutes, but I'll hop right back on if I can later in a bit, okay?
All right, no worries.
Okay,
Yep,
have a good show there.
you too.
Okay.
Celtic Lad, the saving of add-on data on there, you can do that in the wizard. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Like, if you're having an issue, you need to make sure that you can access the wizard, but it's in there. And I don't want to kill my system by trying to run. If we run into some slow problems, I'm gonna kick it back out. Just give me a second. Let's have it start up over here. All right, where's my Hangouts? Oh my goodness. The link always, Chuper sent me an invite. The link always takes me to the Google store. So if you're doing it on your phone,
I got him.
all right, you're the man, Troop. You're the man. Let's see what we have for Cody. Just want to see if I even have a build on this one. Oh, I'm running the Supreme. All right. I'm just starting up BlueStacks, and if I run into problems because it's pretty pretty hefty to run that and my other software. I just want to see it's doing some updates. How do you back up a coded build? The fast version is that if you do not have a wizard that has the backup feature in it, is that you need to go into your you can do it one of two ways. If you want to do a raw backup, you can use like ES File Explorer, and it won't zip a file like that. But if you actually want to do a backup that you can actually take or store and actually go onto, let's say, another box, install Kodi, and then restore it so you have it up and running right away. You do that inside a wizard, or you actually have to go to the file structure and you have to save user data and the add-on data and zip that to a file named so and so build or whatever you want. Okay, so let's go here. Where are we? It's a wizard. So I am going to share my other screen here. Let's see if we run into any errors. All right. So in here, everybody can see we have the APK installer. So again, the APK installer in the wizard, I have to update a lot of these. So I mean, you can go in here. There's app stores, streaming apps, media players. I need to fix these. You know, a lot of these are not up to date anymore because they updated so fast. But I would like to pull these out and actually go with a file link store for Supreme builds and just keep the main ones. Oops. As for when you go into here, as I keep pressing the wrong buttons with my fat fingers. Oop. Of course. I went too far. Joe King, when you want to share, when you're in Hangouts, if when you move your mouse over to the left side of the screen, a little slide out comes out, and it has looks like a green monitor with a white arrow, and that's how and you can choose what you want to do. Okay, so somebody was asking on here, so going into save data, you can do you can save your track like this, your login information, your sources, profiles, advanced settings. You can go in here like your super favorites, which I never recommend saving your super favorites with any of the Supreme builds because we use those, your installed repos. But the biggest one is where you have your whitelist. Now your whitelist is now on, so when you go in here, you can edit your whitelist, and this is where you would like to save. You want to save in here. You want to say save Exodus redo, so it becomes red. Serene, same thing. You put in here. So these two add-ons have been saved in the whitelist. So anything that you have changed within those add-ons will be saved, and when you install a new build, it will it will imprint those or install any changes or keep those changes that you made. But what you need to keep in mind is that when you're doing a whitelist, and if you start getting in there and getting overzealous to save a lot of things, you are actually stopping an update to it. So because some updates when you do the build will obviously overwrite it, because that's one of the things you want to say, choose full install. So what I like to recommend is somebody who saves my whitelist is and they have the add-ons on there. If you make sure that they're up to date, so going into your your section that you want, like your what is it, your system settings. Oh, there's the add-on. Oh, by the way, Rojas, if you're still in here, on Juggernaut, I added an add-on browser, like you asked. But you go into your add-ons, and you go in here, and then you can make sure that if there's any updates, if there's updates that are needed here, it will say that. So you make sure they're up to date. So when you do an install, or uh, of another build, or you're just doing an update of a build that has come out and is the one that you're using, that it doesn't erase that content and you're still up to date. But there, I just wanted to show real quick because somebody asked if the wizard not working, and it is. I think my headphone mic don't work. I can hear, but I cannot talk. I'm gonna press unmute, brother. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this here just in case we come up with something else. And what do we got here? Come back to my camera. So this one I didn't want to go very too much is I just wanted people to be aware of when you're seeing different YouTube personalities or YouTube channels saying like the slight innuendos or the slight misinformation about update to 18, update to 18. I have the full release of my file linked and things like that. First off, if anybody right now, currently, says that they have a full release Kodi 18, they're full of shit because it hasn't even been released by the developer. If anybody on there says that they have only full release in their file length and they mislabel it, or they have it where it just says Kodi 18, as soon as you install it, you're going to see that it's an RC. So don't fall for that. Those who want to play with Kodi 18, or you want to use it in the hopes that when they do a full release, that it's not a full install that is needed, like a full wipe. But again, anybody does that even with a slow wireless device, box, phone, tablet. Doesn't take any longer than 5 minutes. You know, at home on my Shield with my connection, literally from download from Kodi itself to install a build like either Juggernaut or the Titanium build, I'm up and running in 2 minutes, full boat, ready to go. So it doesn't take that long here. That's right. That's right. So you get the Juggernauts build here. Yep. That's where you use that repo to install the wizard. Um, if people, that's the thing is like, let me know with a yes or a no if I should do a video and actually installing the wizard and then installing a build from the Supreme builds. It doesn't matter which one. Like I said, I love my Juggernaut build, but I'll install any one just to show people how to get in there. If you think I should actually do a video on that, then just say yes in the chat for me because I'll gladly do that. Oh, so there's well, no Urban Kings. It says you're muted.
There you go. Unmute yourself. Talk.
It might be like when you go into Hangouts as well that you have to choose the proper mic.
Just jump out and jump back in.
Jump out. So Troopy, you done work for the day or what, brother?
Oh man, today's my day off, man.
Shit.
I'm over here doing house chores, washing clothes, getting ready for the next day to go to work.
Yeah. So Rich Felix, what is the difference between import my whitelist and export my whitelist? Not to sound blunt, but it's self-explanatory. Import means is that you've actually done a whitelist and saved it somewhere, and you imported it. But the first what you need to do is to set up your whitelist and export it and save it somewhere. Oh, hearing something there. Huh?
You hear me?
Is that you? Urban King,
Yeah.
is that you? Is that you?
Yeah, my headphones all taped up, so
Your headphones are taped up?
yeah.
You got
took the one headphone.
You got pissed off at gaming, didn't you?
Who me now? Not today.
That's how I broke my other headphones. I tried a game that my kids play, and I got twisted dizzy, and I'm like, "F this!" I threw them down, and that's it. And the headphones I broke was my kids' headphones.
Yeah, I always got like 10 sets just in case.
Yeah, I gotta do that too. So all right. So I see a lot of yeses in there, so I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'll do a video where it's gonna be live, which I like to do, and because that kind of kills two birds with one stone. It allows interaction, and if you guys have any questions that people might ask, then we can run through it and go step by step to do that, or just do a video, an instructional video. But I do like the live better because it allows if anybody has any questions on like, hey, why did you do this, or where are you going to do this, things like that. So yes, what's that?
I think live is better so people could ask questions and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I like because I'm going to do a hey Brandon, I'm going to do a an install and run through a clean install from downloading Kodi 17.6 to installing the Supreme Builds Wizard. And a lot of people like the Supreme Builds Wizard is based on the Aftermath Wizard, which are used by you, Cody Wong, Diggs was using it, and things like that. But people have made changes to a lot of theirs to be custom to them. But a wizard is a wizard is a wizard. It's the best thing that allows you to uh, uh, get all the functionalities or options that you can, like you do in any other wizard. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard for me to explain that one. Brandon P, how do I stay safe while making Kodi videos? Right off the bat, as you can see, my title for today does not have the word Kodi in it. We're staying away from using the word Kodi in the title or in the tags. That's one good way to stay safe. Another one is no matter what you install, is do not show any content. So people are just going to have to trust in you when you go whatever you're going to do and going to show that you don't have to show any streaming or playing content because then you'll just get your ass in a sling. So it used to be a little bit more leeway. I know there's the the thing that copyright is getting yeah, use streaming instead of Kodi. Exactly. The copyright strikes that YouTube puts out there like that, and people are kind of skirting around it. Is you only can get copyright infringement if you are using either an image or something that is the sole property of a company or a person or in the ad, and you are making money from it. You can show all you want. You can show still pictures, you can show things that, but if it's actually content that is showing, that is streaming or anything, and you're getting monetized, you're making money from it, that's copyright. That's copyright law. But what YouTube does is they have the community guidelines and the copyright guidelines. And with copyright, example is somebody can go and try to give me a copyright strike um, for this stream. So they would file it. They'd go and it'd get to YouTube. They'd either put a hold on it or they'd privatize my video, and I'd have to fight it, and I'd win because I'm not doing anything like this. Just a pain in the ass. And unfortunately, what happens with me is if I get a copyright strike for a video, I'm just going to delete it and do another video, another live stream or something like that. I'm not even going to mess with them. So it makes no difference to me. I just want to play safe too. So the long and short answer for that, Brandon, is don't show live content. Stick away from the words Kodi in your title or your tags when you're going to set it up, because it seems to be triggering YouTube. But
If you do show live content, you have to delete it right after you finish.
yep, exactly, exactly. If
not block it.
You gotta delete it.
Like Jorge's day, he blocked it. He put that whatever thing on the background, not to show the live whatever.
Yep.
The blurry thing, whatever.
Brian Duchesne, I have not got a single copyright strike or a single community guideline strike whatsoever. To be honest, somebody tried to report me, and YouTube emailed me and said that it's invalid because, believe it or not, somebody tried to give me a copyright, file a copyright report on my. Geez, I don't know how many minutes or minutes, whatever. My thank you video for when I reached 500 subs, and just like nothing even happened. So, can you do a video showing how to install Kodi 7 using a raw media entertainment box, which is a Linux OS? The box came from Calgary, Canada. I don't have that box, but you can. The only thing is with a Linux box, Android APK, which you can take a look at, is in my videos. It should be there. If not, I'm going to redo it, but I think it should be. It's installing Kodi onto a Raspberry Pi, and the Raspberry Pi is running the Linux OS, and I just use it's called LibreElec OS, which is Linux based, but LibreElec, it's just enough OS for Kodi. So if it's a Linux based, you can do that, and it'll just go right into Kodi. Because the reason that you get a lot of limitations just running a raw Linux OS. So I just want to see, you know what, my friends? Oh, let's go over here. Let's just see if I have it on there. Oops, you gotta learn how to spell YouTube. YouTuber.
Why? Oh.
Why? All right, so let's go to my channel. Did you see that Machenga put out a video?
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing to do with
kitty cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see if we got videos. So let's see. I have one. Which emulator? Where are we? Raspberry Pi. I just want to see if it's. So let's share my screen. So Android APK. It's an actual PC with Linux, but yes. So the PC part doesn't matter. It's the Linux operating system, because unless you're going to go dual boot and you either want to run Windows on there or anything like that, if it's capable of that. But still, if it's a Linux operating system, you're very limited on what you can do, and the way to install, like I said, Kodi onto Linux. Um, you can go straight from the Kodi site, download Linux itself, or into that operating system and do it from there, which I have not tried because I'm not a Linux user. My extent of experiencing Linux or doing anything, like I said, is doing it on a Raspberry Pi box, which is a Linux-based system, and that's why. And then I just have this video right here. It's a Raspberry Pi. And this one I did it on a Raspberry Pi 3 using Libre-Elect and installing, and I can see I have not changed my title there. So that must mean it's privatized. So I will fix that and put it up. But yeah, that's the best way. Trupu goes live tonight. It's Thursday. Is it Thursday?
Trooper's going live.
Trooper live.
Trooper's going live round 2. Let's get him some liquor.
Yeah. So Android APKs. Let me. What is it again? Juggernaut do not showing install a raw media entertainment box. Let's see. Let me see. All right. Let's see if we can find out information, because I don't like to leave a question hanging. So let's go like this. All right. Raw media. So. Do you know what box it is? Oh, excuse me. My stuck. Android APK. Do you know what box it is? Because they have the Kodi 4K black box. I just want to see if. Hey Phil Kent, how you doing? Just trying to find out some information. Specs. Okay, so it's a quad core, so things like that. Well, now that one's running an OS of Android. So it's a raw media entertainment box. Had it for 4 years. So you've had it for 4 years now. Okay, well now you're really throwing a wrench in it. Entertainment box. It's probably running Ubuntu. Store setup the vehicle. To tell you the truth, I do not know if it has the ability to go on there, but it would have to be a firmware change. Yeah, it'd have to be a firmware change on there if you want to take it from that. But that being said, so if Android, just to ask, on that box we started up in that Linux operating system, does it have a browser, like an internet browser? Because if you have an internet browser, then you just go to Kodi.tv and download the Linux-based one. As the question to change it from Linux OS to an Android, that I don't know.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, because it just depends if somebody has a system out there for that. But again, it has to be a firmware change.
Yeah, I think it does. I don't know. I gotta check because I got Linux on my PC, so
Yeah,
it should. I mean, Linux is better for me. but you're
Yeah,
limited on software.
yeah, yeah. Linux is very powerful because it's when you can work within it, it is what you want is what you get. You know, it's
Yeah.
but I don't have enough experience in it. So, can you side load a Fire Stick by using a smartphone? You know what? I think Bo has. I have not. Reason being is I have never seen a Fire Stick. Um, like because I haven't. They're not the Fire Sticks aren't as popular where I am in the middle of Canada than Android boxes. Um, G Smitty like that. Yeah. So apps. Yeah, apps to Fire. Can someone do a video on how to change it from Linux to Android? That is a good request, Android APK. But the only thing is I would need something that is running Linux. Just hold on, I got a cough. I don't want to cough in your ear. But I can have a PC or I can have a device that has Linux on there, but it may not be relevant to your device. Because I'd have to have your device to see if we can do it.
Apps to Fire, you can sideload it
Yeah.
from your phone. The easiest way is just download a file link and that's it. Get it over with.
Yeah, Filelinked is better for y'all. You could download all the apps and store it all in once.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's why when we were on with Bo just the other night, I asked. I thought he said he doesn't use Filelinked and to do his boxes. I'm like, what? Like, man, I put everything I need on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything.
I use my USB. That's it.
Yeah, but I do a lot of shields and things now, so I don't get a lot of boxes too much. Where are we? Okay, so I keep clicking on the wrong thing and losing my camera. So look how big my eyes are. Holy moly! Look at that. We've been on over an hour. Now, can anybody tell me what we were talking about? Skill testing question. Yeah. So just to recap, because my wife will be on her way to pick me up. I wanted to do a show today because it is my wife's birthday tomorrow, so I am taking her out after work. So, hey, Darkstar. So I am not even attempting to join any channels or join any shows or anything until it's later at night if they happen to be on. And Joe King, what it do? What it do? It does everything at full throttle. That's what it does. I just did this show. If anybody's popped in late or near the end, instead of backtracking, is don't believe the hype on Cody 18. If you've come across anybody, YouTuber or a friend or anything that says, "Oh, install Cody 18," if anybody says that it's final release, like it's final, it's out, they're incorrect. If somebody says, "Hey, try Cody 18, mess with it, play around with it. It's in release candidate 4 right now, or you can do the nightlies or whatever they are, or download a fork and play with it," then absolutely that's your choice. The reason I started this stream is because I don't want, and I don't like people or YouTube personalities. It'd be the same if I came on and said, "Hey guys, here's my number to my file link. Here's the pin. I have nothing but full, non-modded, full release APKs in there, and let's talk about downloading and installing Kodi 18." Okay, so that's giving a little bit of information. I should ideally follow up with it. It is only a release candidate, but I'm misleading you by saying I only have full release APKs, and I'm going to show you how to download it and install it. And then you get into, well, it's going to be released any day now. Nobody has that insight. They're just playing the gambit and to be the ones to say, "I told you," if it comes out tomorrow, which is all fun and games, but don't fall um, into the trap of wanting the next best or most recent version number, because I'm seeing too many posts, especially with there's a limited number of builds that are 418 out there, and there is quite a few, but in the whole scheme of things, it's a limited number. And what can happen, and they even say that right on the Kodi site, is if you go to install 18 right now and it updates, or it could be glitchy, it's it could happen. For Android, they have Kodi 18 RC5. Doesn't open up though. No, they don't. They do not have RC5. DJ Black Tiger. From the Kodi site itself, they only have RC4. We were just on there, and guess what? I will go back. And if they happen to have it right now, then I stand corrected. Let's see, share. So anybody who's going to get Kodi, either mod it or anything like that, is going to get it from the Kodi site itself. So if you go into Android, here's the current version that they want you to have. Here's the free release. RC4. Plain and simple. They are on RC4. If the nightlies are on RC5, you have to think that this is a subcategory. This is only the pre-forma, pre-ramble, pre-testing, setting up to get to RC4. So nightlies may go RC5, RC6, RC7, then all of a sudden, boom, RC5 will come out. And if it's not a full release, then the nightlies will keep counting up. So there's Kodi version 18 and the others 4. So recommended. So like this, development builds, even the development builds. So in here, there is no from Kodi.tv. There is no RC5 for Android and right now in others. Pre-release RC4. Like I said, somebody could have the nightly set to that. Another one again, RC4, Mac OS. This one's crazy. RC4. So the only reason why I bring this up is because again, you download it, and because it has the version number. Now I have Kodi 18 RC4 with a luxury build on it as we speak. So far so good. Exactly, G Smitty. It may work. And if anybody gets the nightlies and it's RC5, if that's how the nightlies show up and it's working for them, absolutely. Just be aware and knowledgeable that when a release comes out, it may very well nullify those. I don't see it happening, but it may turn around and say you need to do a complete full install, because they may have changed something. But it's if it works for you, because I had 17.3 and I was using when it was going to 17.6 for and pre-release and things like that too, and I didn't have a problem until I actually went to put my build on there before it was full, and just deleted everything on my. I was pretty ticked off on that, but that's right. So if people are wanting to, what are we there? Well, coding skills like that, the Juggernaut. If people are looking for an IPT services that I deal with, being on my channels, I deal with Easy TV and Viro. Viro is a very, 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 very inexpensive, and I won't talk pricing so nobody can ask. Very inexpensive backup, and it's only available through a Viro custom STB emulator. Easy TV has no Kodi add-on and is only available through 2 APKs, the Perfect Player, which is an Easy TV custom Perfect Player, and an Easy TV APK. I like to use these in combination, so I have a backup. And I have used and I have sold Limitless, Vaders, and Gears TV. And every IPTV service has their ups and has their downs. But I right now my preference is the 2 that I'm reselling. But don't get me wrong, everybody should try them out. If you're like Trooper, go moderate on their channels. You get everything for free. And then and then try them out for yourself and see. Because the example is like, even though the Easy TV and Varo are close together, what the content they're going to provide, there are some channels that each doesn't have, things like that. So, can anybody tell me how to get 2 Kodi builds on one device? 17 and okay. G Smitty, you need to use a fork. Because Kodi by itself, your base Kodi, you can only have one installed on any device. If you want to install another one, then you need to grab a fork. So somewhere out there, someone would have had to make a fork for 18 or a fork for 17, which in the Supreme builds, I have a Juggernaut fork, a Titanium fork, a Supremium fork. We have an SBMC fork that is just a blank fork. You can install whatever you want on there, but that's 17.6. If any group out there has an 18, then that's what you put it on there, and you can install any 18 compatible build on there, and then you have the 2.
And if you got an old box, you better use my Jika.
Yeah, that's right. If you use an old box. Yeah. Okay, Marcus Bell. My advice is if you're going to use Kodi 18, you can still at least have a working copy. Yep. Use a fork. That's exactly it. Yeah. There is like so many things out there that can be done. I just got a message. Is my wife saying she's here? My wife says, "On my way to get you, you sexy motherfucker."
She's probably looking at you, Joe, at the show.
Yeah. She's too good for me. I'll tell you that right now. A lot of guys say that and stuff like that, but those who have seen my interview with Bo, speaking of that, if people want to know more about me or things like that, go to Bo Knows, head over there, and find my interview. You'll learn a lot about me. I'm pretty open and stuff like that. And the best thing that's ever happened in my life, prior to my children, is the one I call my wife for the last 24 years. We're going on 20, we're 23? Ending 23 years. We'll be going on to 24. So, what does it say? I love titanium builds. I thought they was down. Yep. Titanium build is how I actually started. Yeah, Shrink and Sharon, we saw Bird Box and we want to do a review on it. Probably, ideally, it's going to be next Wednesday. I was sick. I was sick for the last couple of days. It was my first day back. We saw Bird Box, and some people like it and some don't, but I loved it. It was crazy. It was crazy. So we want to do a review on that. But back to Titanium and things like that. Titanium is how I got started in being part of the Supreme Builds group. I started as a member, moved up to moderator. Now I'm an admin in there, and now I maintain the Titanium build and my Juggernaut build. And then once my Xavier build comes out for 18, again, I'll have that too. So, but I guess I'm pretty well said my piece. You guys, let's start with you. Man, your icon. I like your icon, Urban Kings. So, Urban Kings, you got anything to say for these fine people in our chat?
I don't know.
Feel free to promote yourself if you got anything coming. You're on the panel.
The only thing I got right now is, is my Urban TV and my Urban Plex. That's all. And the add-on is coming out whenever I'm ready for it.
Whenever.
Are you? Do you have Urban Kings? Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, but I really don't do videos that much, so.
So then people just wait for your things to come out, and we tell them where to get it.
I mean, I'll post my channel down there, or Trooper post it. I'm on my phone, so.
Sure, if Trooper has.
Oh, you can click on my icon and.
Oh yeah, so
just find me.
Put a 1 in the chat. That's it. There you go.
Yeah, put a 1 in chat.
All right.
If anybody out there, thank you for coming today or tonight to check it in on the Juggernaut. Anybody who has any channels, if you have YouTube channels, put a 1 in there. These are for those who have YouTube channels. Uh, what you can do in order to see their channels, all you do is just move your mouse or whatever device you're on, and you hover on the line that they have, like example Urban Kings, and you'll see the three dots to the right. And all you do is just click on there, go to channel, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out other people's channels. I always tell people to go and check other channels. Make your own decisions whether you like them or not. If I'm not to your liking, then don't subscribe to me. If I am, subscribe to me, and I thank you. Tell people about it. All right, man. Oh, me.
Let me.
There we go. I think he muted or you got him too, but I unmuted him.
He made him. Yeah, he's working.
Yeah, and then
My bad.
no worries, no worries. And I thank everybody for coming. But like I said, I want people to check out their own channels, their own things, and um, uh, thank you for saying I have another great show. I know it's dwindling down, but again, the advice I've made it just flip back. You can always check it out. Mr. Cody, I recognize that icon. Yeah. DJ, is nice to see you here. Did you put a DJ? DJ, did you put your? Do you have a channel? Because I like DJ's themes, and he's an excellent themer, like a themer. And somebody asked. I just want to answer that before I get to Trooper saying goodbye. Is where was that? Somebody asked, why does your team do the builds? The reason that we do builds is to actually give the end user, like yourselves and even us, um, more of a custom uh, face, because all that a build is on Cody is a paint job. It's just like putting the paint job on a car. Now, what we do, as in the different add-ons, is a personal preference. A lot of times we don't go with what's popular, or we don't go with what everybody wants. Is I use what it works for me and the things that I like. And an example in my builds, and that's like putting accessories onto the car, things like that. So when a person um, uh, purchases a car, but Cody's for free like that, and the builds are free, does that, you have it ready to go. So like a turnkey. But because Cody is open source, anybody can start with a build and make changes all that they want. I have people that use my Juggernaut build and pull out a couple add-ons, put their own in there, because they just like the way my interface looks. Same thing with titanium. I love titanium. Titanium is I maintain it, but it's not my build. But I maintain it as I upkeep it. I make the changes to it and stuff like that. The original developer is our main admin from the Supreme Builds group, but I use titanium in my bedroom and I use Juggernaut in my living room. So thanks, Secret Agent. Secret Agent. That's right. What is it? Trick and Sharon just scoped out your channel. Yeah, I like Trick and Sharon actually has two channels, I believe. So on that note, my friends, hey, party music. Oh, I recognize that one too. I wish this thing would allow me to click on to see the things. Trooper, what you got to say?
Well, thank you all for coming. See you on the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't hit that like button, smack it on your way out and tell a friend. We'll be here for a long while.
That is right. Amen to that. And I hope everybody's enjoying, even though we're making some changes and not sticking to a certain format. I'd like to thank everybody for coming again, gracing my channel. We're dwindling down, but it was up there pretty good. Please take the time to hit the thumbs up. If it's not to your liking, hit the thumbs down. That's up to you. Like that. Anybody who wants to donate to my channel, you can either hit the super chats or in the description. Take a look at, we should have the person or the artist who created my Juggernaut persona, my Juggernaut picture, there is some links to her artistry, which is really good. You know, and I'm going to say, like we always do, is um, don't let today be the day that you have any regrets. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. So take care of yourself. Take care of the ones that you love. Android APK, I will look into it. And anytime you are on another show, you can ask me about it. We'll see what we can do. What else other than that? Oh, Jug, let's see a 420. Let's see a 420 build and make it save favorites as thumbnails. Make it save favorites as thumbnails. Save favorites as thumbnails. Oh, you mean I put it on anybody can do that on their own. You put it on the main menu. You hit favorites. They have the widgets. Oh yeah, that takes 10 seconds. How's the new theme? Kind of shit the bed, DJ, because to tell you the truth, I was working with Fanrific and we had a fallen out. Our two pig-headed heads came together on a different topic, and I actually have the build, but out of respect, because I don't. He's not has said that I can't use it, but I'm not going to use it, or the theme. I mean, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to disrespect somebody, even though that we went like that. But I would like to talk to you, DJ, but it's no, Wolf Girl's not Raven Wolf. Sorry, Firestick. And but it's very specific on how I want it done. So I'm looking into it. But anyways, again, I got to get going because my wife is probably sitting outside and it's time to go home. I hope to catch everybody on any other shows. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and share. Oh, we are losing coming on the 31st the ability to auto share our uploads or anything like that to Twitter, to Google Plus, and things like that. They want us to manually do it. So you may see some less things. I don't do a lot of posts like that, but I want to take advantage of that. So let's be aware so that we help support. So when you're watching the video, click that share and just follow. Either click it on Facebook, click to a friend. If they think they'll like this, then have at her. My next video will be, I think, the live on the weekend is I'm going to do a full install using the Wizard Nut, and I will post it. And then I might do that Saturday alongside with We Survived the Week in review type thing and do them both together because we run out of content pretty quick. So I want everybody to stay safe, be nice to everybody. DJ, I'm going to hit you up. And thanks for coming out, everybody. I got to go. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Peace. Chicken.